pen, a book, and an unbreakable spirit. These were the weapons of a man who dared to challenge a powerful empire. A man who did not fight with swords or guns, but with ideas and words. A man who gave everything, including his life, for the freedom of his beloved country. This is the story of Dr. José Rizal, the national hero of the Philippines, and his ultimate sacrifice for his people. Dr. José Protacio Rizal Mercado y Alonso Realonda was born on June 19, 1861, in Calamba, Laguna. From an early age, Rizal showed exceptional intelligence. At just 3 years old, he learned the alphabet, and by the time he was a teenager, he could speak multiple languages. His thirst for knowledge led him to study at the Ateneo Municipal de Manila and later at the University of Santo Tomas. But his true journey began when he traveled to Europe to continue his education. There, he earned a degree in medicine and philosophy at the Universidad Central de Madrid in Spain. However, Rizal's studies were not just for personal achievement. He was witnessing the suffering and oppression of Filipinos under Spanish rule, and he knew he had a mission to awaken the minds of his people. Rizal's writings and national awakening. While in Europe, Rizal wrote 2 novels that would change Philippine history forever: Noli me Tangere, 1887, and El Filibusterismo, 1891. These books exposed the injustices, corruption, and cruelty of Spanish authorities and friars in the Philippines. Noli me Tangere painted a tragic story of love and suffering under Spanish rule, while El Filibusterismo was a call for revolution, a voice of the oppressed demanding justice. His writings became the spark of a growing revolution. The Spanish authorities labeled him a dangerous man, a threat to their power. But Rizal was not afraid. He continued to fight, not with violence, but with education, reform, and national pride. In 1892, Rizal returned to the Philippines, hoping to promote peaceful reforms through the La Liga Filipina, an organization that sought social change without bloodshed. But the Spanish saw him as a threat, and within days of his arrival, he was arrested and exiled to Dapitan, a remote town in Mindanao. For 4 years in Dapitan, Rizal continued his mission. He built schools, taught farmers modern agricultural techniques, and provided free medical care. But even in exile, he was still a symbol of hope for Filipinos. Meanwhile, in Manila, the Katipunan, led by Andres Bonifacio, was preparing for armed revolution. The Spaniards feared that Rizal was involved, even though he had no direct ties to the Katipunan. In 1896, as the revolution erupted, Rizal was arrested once again and falsely accused of rebellion, sedition, and conspiracy against the Spanish government. He was sentenced to death by firing squad. On December 30th, 1896, in Fort Santiago, Rizal spent his last night writing. One of his final works was Mi Ultimo Adios, My Last Farewell, a beautiful yet heartbreaking poem that expressed his love for his country and his acceptance of death. I die just when I see the dawn break, to the gloom of night shadows, poured out at need for thy sake. At dawn he was marched to Bagumbayan, now Luneta Park. Instead, he turned his body at the last moment so he could fall facing the sky, his final act of defiance. As the gunshots rang out, a hero fell, but a nation was awakened. Rizal's death was not the end. It was the beginning of the Philippine Revolution's final push for independence. His sacrifice inspired Filipinos to fight harder, to believe that freedom was within reach. Today, Dr. José Rizal's legacy lives on. His writings continue to educate and inspire. His vision of a united and free Philippines remains a guiding light. And his ultimate sacrifice reminds us that true heroism is not measured by weapons, but by the courage to stand for what is right. Dr. José Rizal did not die in vain. He gave his life so that we may have a future where freedom, justice, and knowledge reign. It is now our duty to carry forward his legacy and never forget the price of the freedom we enjoy today. If you found this video inspiring, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more historical documentaries.